let's get started. We've got a fair bit of footage to go over today, so without further ado, Danny and Jordan started off. Danny going up over the top and squishing Jordan down. Jordan kind of tries to sit to guard, but lets Danny past him. Yeah, I mean, Danny's staying pretty tight here, so just turning towards him the way Jordan does is going to give that up. Dylan and Cooper over there as well. Coop with the takedown. What's up, Andrew? Dude, I realized after class this night that you and I didn't go over that dorsal Kimura escape to the leg attack. So I am sorry we did not do that, but I still want to. I didn't want to forget about it. Andre and Carlos. Carlos here, this was his first class. He had an intro class a few months back, but this was his first time back. And he has a strong wrestling background, so I'm super excited to see what he does. I know, Josh. He said he went out to get cigarettes, but that was like 3 weeks ago. What's up, Espionage? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I probably won't be there tomorrow. Danny gets the sweep. Andre, what's Andre looking for here? Andre playing with the knee shield. Not bad, dealing with a wrestler's pressure, a fresh wrestler as well, and he goes and pulls the leg. Now he's able to come up. Meanwhile, Dylan has made his way to mount. Let's see how he handles this. He's looking for that extended arm. Might be able to use this to transition to the back. Whoop, whoop. I thought Andre pulled a guillotine there. I think Andre wanted to send him over, but maybe didn't get it underneath him enough. Now looking for a Kimura. Yeah. Danny looking to take the back. He's got the gift wrap set up, looking for a chair sit back take. Jordan really trying to turn away from it, so Danny responds with a switch to maybe an armbar. So I do something like this to Peters later that we'll see. Jordan denies it. Now Danny switches. It's good submission defense from Jordan. Good early stage submission defense, forcing Danny to settle for position. But even then, Danny loses, he's ridden up too high. He loses the mounted triangle, so he has to relinquish mount, but at least for a moment is able to retain a good pin. But here Jordan makes a good move, gives a little knee push, gets the leg back in, and gets a sweep out of it. What's up, James? What's up, Dylan? Danny looks for the over the back sweep. Good crossface from Jordan to shut that down. Now what can Danny do with that? Dylan's still in mount here, looking for arm isolation. See, it works very often. You get that bottom arm isolated, your opponent turns, they get their arm across your center line, you can start looking to take the back. Cooper's denying it though, trying to keep his back pressed flat to the mat. Dylan squirms his way under there. What's going on with Carlos and Andre? They go over there. Carlos on the shot. Big sprawl from Andre. Dylan makes his way to the back. Wait, what the hell happens with Andre? So gets more of what I thought he was looking for before. What if Carlos is just kind of tired? A little tired? He said during our roll he was feeling the cardio. Danny framing the hips, gets a sit-up regard. Dylan hit your nose. Dylan, did you break Cooper's nose? Was it just on this hand fighting and pummeling under the neck? Because that's not uncommon. Yeah, man. Dylan's in chat. Have it out with him, dude. Say your piece. Let you two fight it out in the chat. Please don't. Jordan on an Armin guillotine. Not just an Armin guillotine, a Katagatame variation. Going over the one that we've been talking about lately. I wonder if he and Danny are working through it or if that's organic. Doesn't get the knee underneath. If you could at least hook a leg, that would be helpful. There's the time to get it. Damn, that looked good. Or the makings of it, at least. Danny now chasing the back. Can Jordan deny? He cannot. But saved by the bell. For as huge as that Monday class was, surprised we don't have like 12 groups going on the mat, but probably for the best. I feel like things could be pretty bad if that were the case. Damn, Kyle almost gets a little outside trip there. I think Kyle sets this up. Yeah, damn, Danny just steps back out of that. That was a good move from Kyle. Danny can't quite get the head broken down, so Kyle's like in this little spot where he's stalling it. It looks like Danny almost begins to jump back right as Kyle starts to go forward. So Kyle kind of whiffs on the foot, gets himself more off balance because of it. Oh man, where's Pinball when you need him? That was a move Pinball told us about. Kind of whiffing the foot sweep and turning it against your opponent. Tsubami Geishi, that's what it was. None of you care. I don't care. I care. Danny going on the attack now in this modified mount position. I think we saw Andre get a triangle there. Is that right, Cooper? Triangle to an arm bar. Okay, so like a side triangle, a little bit of control there, just bending down on that arm. Did Peter sit, Andrew? Looks like he pulls. Yeah. It's Danny working from side control, big hop over to mount, into modified mount. Jordan on Ethan here with the smother, the hand smother, little muffler action, petting him, just emasculating him. Ethan, you can't let him do that too. Yeah, get him off balance. There you go. What's up, Sean? How you doing, brother? Big toss from Andre. Put Cooper to the mat. Ooh, Danny catches Kyle in a dangerous spot here. Good adjustment from Kyle. So, notice Kyle's, playing top half guard. think he's looking for some sort of like arm manipulation, maybe just seeing what he could play with. But now as he lays in here, Danny's got this arm position that can be pretty bad. So not many people are going to tap in this. Like if Danny locks his hands up, like it's not necessarily going to be a tap, but it's very uncomfortable. And Kyle can easily get swept in this direction now that he doesn't have base with that left arm. And then if Danny takes it all the way over, you can turn this into a sub. It's almost like a compression strangle. More than anything, it just really sucks. Kyle trying to maintain that top position, though. He gets himself safe. Coop, getting your back strangled way too much tonight. Way too much tonight. It's alright, Andre beats the tar out of me later. Almost got elbowed in the face on this. As he gets out of it, I imagine. Yeah, Danny may have gotten an elbow in the face there, but hey, it's the game we play. Me and Carlos get about half around here. I'm excited for him to get his wind. I feel bad right there. He eats my knee so hard to the side of his face on the shot. Like I don't sprawl. I don't do anything. He just kind of comes right out. I felt my knee like blast him on the side of the face. But didn't stop him. Andrew looking for a leg attack here, I imagine. Mike's crowding in underneath that bottom leg. Something I like to do to him, but he's figured out how to dig my leg out regardless. Notice how much he controls that top leg and digs himself out of this position. Andrew's doing a good job getting Mike off balance, or like disrupting his balance, I should say. He's well connected. Dylan, this kind of goes to what you and I and Mike were talking about the other day. This, having at least 3 points of connection. Look how Andrew's handling this, right? He's not just playing defensively from the bottom position. He's actively trying to go on the attack with Mike, with his guard, making a lot of connection to his leg. Mike is handling it well because that's what Mike does. But that's the sort of idea you want to take if you want to start attacking from that guard position, not just defending from it. Looked like Kyle had the makings of an armbar, but Danny was unfazed. How do I get to... I think I just get a shoulder crunch on Carlos here. Or, no, just an underhook. Taking it around to the back. Mike diving on the Kimura now. See your dorsal Kimura escape work here, Andrew. Actually, I'd be really sick if it did. So Mike, the way he steps over here and the way you react make it really difficult for Mike to finish this position. So I'm curious what he was thinking if he wanted to go to like a rear triangle by doing the step over. I mean, he goes into the leg. So maybe he's trying to use it as just a back entrance. Because how he pulls over this way, he's almost falling a little straight. Maybe not. Looks like he does try to turn to the side there. But Andrew, I think you just dig in and drive over that bottom leg. So he can't get his other hook in, which you're trying to take advantage of. Mike's going to switch to probably a claw grip or something here. Okay, he feels like he's losing it, so he goes back to a top position. It's good defensive maneuvering, Andrew. keeping those legs beside. Active round, active round. Yeah, that's what I expected. Mike's good at those. We're on back mount week, so maybe he was trying to play with something there. I'm not sure. He should be back from getting a gallon of milk any day now. Maybe he'll get on stream to tell us why. Yeah, Mike has actually been historically like probably one of the best at our school in that Kimura position, that like north-south or dorsal Kimura position, whatever you want to call it. He digs those out of north-south probably better than anybody I train with. Here I'm trying to go on that seated Katagatame with Jordan, but couldn't quite get it. I think I'm just really trying to force this move too much here. Like, I don't even have my hands in a good position. Like that elbow, you shouldn't be able to see that elbow right now. Like, oh, there's a lot in this move that is not ideal. Triangle this round? All right. I'll let it go by. Let me know. Caleb joining the mat, getting Americana'd almost by Andre. Andre's still going for it. It's brave. That's brave. I feel like the Americana from Mount is just a good way to get bridged over. At least for me. Andre's heavier and has probably a wider base than I do with his elbows and legs. Cooper, there you go. You're digging. This is good. You got that. So you're pulling the head up, I guess, for the triangle you're trying to set up. Keep in mind, if you get this leg over the face, you're in that 3/4 armbar position too, right? Really good spot to work from. But you do you. I know you like your triangles. You're getting there. I like seeing Danny get triangled by you. This is cool. Bro, you're so close. Don't let him juice out of that. Steroid rage his way out. That was nice. Very nice. Yeah, my concern here, I thought Danny was gonna slip with your lock on the bottom. I don't know how comfortable or how feasible this would have been, but if you started to, if you took a beat here to make sure you have control, because I think Danny, if you went whole hog, just muscled his way out of this, he probably could have, right? Because your triangle's a little compromised here. I think if you lean in this direction, you're gonna lean over your foot here, but it's gonna kind of lock it in place, and you're gonna put Danny in this direction, and that has the potential, I think, the way I'm picturing it, to tighten up your triangle, and then you would finish from mount, either the armbar or mounted triangle. Again, you get it here, so that's great, but just like this last scramble, this last ditch effort Danny makes, right here, I think Danny, if he really, really dug in, he could rip his head out of that. But there you make a good adjustment down to the end of the hand too. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. Maybe try to lock up the mount position a bit more. But that was good either way. I always like seeing the arm attack with the triangle control. Speaking of, Andre making his way to a mounted triangle on Caleb. Caleb, do what he can to keep that grip locked. And Andre just steeping the tea bag here. Damn, okay. All right. Good example of trusting the choke. So I was, thinking about this, not sure if it was a viable strangle or not, like just because Caleb seems to be kind of eating it right now, figuratively. But yeah, the way, I see Andre putting his head to the ground, like, no, I was going to say maybe head to the ground in this direction to try to get the hips behind the tricep. But he's got a good knee pinch, I think, going on. The arm's probably in a pretty compromised place across the neck. So, look at that. Caleb's all red. Yeah, 100%. The head of the mat that was one of those details for me that reopened that submission. And the reason it works so well, the reason it's such a crucial detail is because it makes your legs light enough to manipulate into a tighter triangle, and it really helps with the finish. You got your weight and part of your opponent's weight on top of you. It's hard to, if your leg isn't fully locked up in a triangle, it can be difficult to get to where you need it to be. I take a big step over. Instead of going for the armbar all the way, like where I get this leg over the head, I start, I'm actually looking for something more akin to the rear triangle entrance. I end up getting an armbar here just because I'm able to break the grip. And I keep it with that triangle position. This is more like a trap triangle, that crossed ankle sort of style, but taking what I could get there, taking what Jordan would give me. Body surfing from Caleb, just break dancing on Andre. I think I start stepping on Jordan here just because. Saw the timer. Just figured I'd be a jerk for the rest of the round. Danny and Coop end it in a leg pummel. All right. Cruising. We had a solid hour of footage from this night. I think the last couple of rounds are probably just like one or two people or one or two groups. Caleb on the back. Coop. Your poor little nose. Andrew pummeling the shit out of my head. I really need to get better with wall work. I feel like you guys put me against the wall and make me look terrible, and I get there and I just am ineffective. So that big reach over the back, that's where the danger comes in. Scoop by. I'm telling you guys, that's something you should look for on Danny. Not to blow his spot up, but he loves reaching over the back or breaking your posture down and then trying to go to the front headlock. You just got to take like one or two little steps forward. Stand up nice and tall and proud. You'll be on the back. Now putting him down, that's another thing. God, Caleb is really putting the muffler to work here against Cooper. Cooper's probably just talking smack, and Caleb's getting tired of it. See, Dylan, remember, you're taking a big step over there to get to Mike's back. It would be really good to work some near side entrances to the back, driving this knee in between Mike's elbow and knee, trying to get the knee poking through under Mike and then breaking him down towards you in this direction. Going to be a lot safer than stepping over this way where you don't have any hooks in. Mike could elevate his hips. He could turn to you. He could roll away. Like, he could do all sorts of things that take away a pretty good opportunity you have to actually secure the back here. And ask me about that. If we haven't gone over that stuff yet in class, like, you know, one-on-one or whatever, bring it up to me next time I see you. I'll be teaching on Saturday, so you can ask me about it then too. Yeah, we are occasional fans of the muffler approach to opening up the neck when on the back. Yeah, just remind me, talk to me about breaking down the turtle position or securing the back from the turtle position, and we could go over it more. Just notice this is just a good classic from white belt all the way up. This is going to be a position you'll find yourself in plenty of times. Caught in top half guard, you got your opponent flattened out. If he thinks that he can bridge you in this direction, he's going to have to open his legs. This leg will have to contact the mat and to do a proper bridge. When it does, you just big back step out. I didn't even need to hit the mat on that one, but normally if you do get taken back really far, that leg can stomp all the way down as kind of a kickstand. You flatten your opponent back out and then take a big step over and take them out. Pulling on the forehead has the same effect. So that's funny. I just in the last year heard of people using that, and I think people point to, I want to say like Marcelo or one of the OG greats who used to use that technique allegedly. I can't say I've seen it much in old competition footage, but I can't say I was looking for it. I'm not going to say it doesn't work, but I don't think I think you can pull your chin and hold it close to your chest pretty effectively, and the hand of the forehead to pull back, I don't think gives you as much leverage as you would expect. And if you're sweaty and they're sweaty or one or the other, I feel like that would slip off. I say just use the wrist under the nose. That's a lever. That's a true lever. And a painful one that will get them to lift their forehead up. I use it judiciously in the training room. It's, you know, I'm not going to do it on like a brand new white belt or anything, because it's kind of a jerk move when you don't know it. But I'll do it on a guy on the right anytime. Or Caleb. I'll do it to Caleb from the front. He doesn't even need, I don't even need to be on his back. I'll just wrench under his nose. But yeah, again, not saying the hand of the forehead won't work. I just think there are other successful ways that are a little bit higher percentage. Would drive an index knuckle into the jaw, starting at the ear to sink the choke hand in. That was the first really technical way I learned, except it wasn't I didn't use the index. I used the thumb instead. The little thumb knuckle dig in. That one works just fine. Again, it can be a little uncomfortable. This is jiu-jitsu though. Sucks if you have a beard. You're gonna get some hairs taken out, but yeah, it's effective. Maybe I'll have to try the index finger. So let's see, chasing down the back here on Andrew. Looks like Mike got himself on the back on Dylan with the body triangle. Dylan, good reaction. I love this. You're trying to get the knee outside the foot to pull it in. It's really good. Putting the lock on the bottom Mike's not going to care. I hate when my lock is on the bottom. I find it uncomfortable. Mike doesn't have nerves in his ankles, to the best of my knowledge. So I get Andrew in an interesting position here. I've never tapped anybody with this. I've tried in the past. I think I tried this on Mitchell, and he's just too damn flexible. But this is like a full Nelson, basically. But really, it's an attack on the shoulder. So I've got Andrew's shoulder up real high. If you guys, watching at home right now, take your elbow or your arm, raise it up high like you have a question. Keep going back behind your head. Eventually, you'll find that you can't really take your upper arm back any further. That's the limit of your range of motion. All a submission is taking a limb or a joint past its range of motion. I've seen this called a thunder lock. I think it was making the rounds on like Instagram or something a few months back. This specific attack on the shoulder. This specific attack. So yeah, good feedback. It works apparently. Andrew, I hope you're okay. Caleb, you cheesing? Curl his index. Oh, yeah. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, just two different forms of the same misery. Good to know. I feel like that's a good, like I actually, where are we, 13? I really want to develop this into a counter for when I'm on the back and you guys like start blocking the strangle like this. You get up, you bring your hands up high, and some people like answer the phone. And I I want to figure out a way to turn this into that shoulder attack. I just need to spend some time on it. For tight shoulders, at least. Yeah, I mean, but hey, even then, dude, like we always use Mitchell as an example. He's got crazy flexible elbows and shoulders, and rarely, taps early to a Kimura or anything. But the shit will break. That's a really, really good. That's a good analogy, Sean. That does seem like a catch wrestling sort of thing. I should look at if they have if there's any literature on that in like a catch wrestling book. It's funny, long before I ever trained, like maybe 10 years before I ever trained, I bought a book on Greco-Roman wrestling and like learned a bunch of stuff from that, but never did it. I just like knew what it was. Probably should have gotten a catch wrestling book back then too. Yeah. Neil's pretty prolific on BJJ Fanatics. I don't think I've ever checked out any of his stuff though. I guess I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to like jiu-jitsu instructionals. Obviously, I mean, if you've watched our stream for any amount of time, you know who I watch. But I'm sure Neil has some good stuff out there. So Andre makes his way behind me. Andre brought the heat. I brought the heat to him last time we trained, and I think he was tired. It was definitely at the end of the night, and I'd gotten the better of that round. And Andre's like, "Hey Matt, you want to train tonight?" And then he just proceeds to smash me. Caleb injure Michael. Is he cramping? Looks like Mike's cramping. The Hershey killer. Trying to dig. Let's go, Ethan. Rip Danny's beard out. Andre in a front headlock. just about gets me turned here. It's a dangerous spot. I'm in kind of an anaconda threat, so I'm trying to keep my arms safe. He goes on it again. I got my side guard going on here with my knee-elbow connection. But it's a small consolation when Andre's inches from passing your guard. Managed to capture the ankle as he tries to jump into mounts. That's all I have in the way of an escape right now. Got Danny over here sweeping Ethan. And Caleb smashing Peters. So right now I'm playing a game of 2 arms in or 2 arms out, because I don't want to get caught in a mounted triangle. We've already seen Andre is very dangerous with that. And I definitely don't want to get caught in an arm bar. I won't be getting out of that if he gets it. I'm kind of giving him something to think about just with my hand positioning. Man. I had my patented Jameson sweep almost set up, but my legs were not in the right spot. What's going on with Dylan and Andrew? Oh, you guys are resetting. Okay. This is good. Anytime Andre was losing position, he would, like there, he gave up that mount. Didn't give it up, but he got out of mount and then immediately went to a front headlock and tried to like keep control the whole time. He's not just like, even right there, he's not just backing away and then starting from, you know, a reset guard. He's really keeping the pressure on, keeping the temperature high, and giving me a lot to deal with. When I start going into the legs like this, typically that means I know I'm losing the battle for top pressure. So it was right about here. Yeah. So like, all right, I need to get this guy's legs, because I'm not going to get any sweeps. Let's start attacking the lower body. And he gave me a lot of trouble there too. It's a fast standing ghillie. Head and arm bar. Head and arm from bottom. It's a good round to watch. It was not fun to do. Oh, I see. I see over there in the corner, yeah. It's always a fun move to hit. You get the standing guillotine. Let's see how you got behind him. Oh, all right. Easy enough. Just catching Dylan with his arm down. Guillotine happens fast, huh? Right there. I know the feeling, Dylan. Very familiar. Alright, this should be a good round too. Andre picks up the leg. Danny. See, you can bet on it that Danny's gonna. Oh, is this off the overtie? Danny's gonna do that move. You guys should all be thinking about ways that you could handle this. I mean, I honestly feel like Andre could probably just good morning out of this. Maybe not with Danny like locked onto the legs, but Danny's very, very effective in that like back roll Sumigashi. If you guys let him get it, he's gonna punish you. So I'm looking for my overtie here. Caleb is... Yeah, Mike and Caleb are going over north-south. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot about this. So, yeah, what happens here, Andrew? So you kind of have me flanked. I've got the underhook. Okay. So yeah, I think just your forward pressure towards me, it was just like, all right, this is gonna be the best way to take you down. I don't think it worked quite as smoothly as I wanted to because you are going in this direction and I try to take you in that direction. But it was at least enough to disrupt your base and stop the forward pressure. So Danny into mount now. Sorry, gets there. Andre regards. Danny, okay, so that's how he gets there. It looks like Danny's trying to smother or something, but he's just riding really high. Andre's able to get out. Andre on the attack from mount, but Danny locks him down and gets a sweep. Yeah, so this is just kind of like what we see Nick do this, right? Call it coyote guard or whatever. But from that lockdown position, Danny transfers this to like a I know people call it a knee lever, but I call a knee lever a different thing. But it's that grip where he has the ankle, the knee points to almost like a knee cut position, but Andre can't slip the knee through, so Danny just has like this good torque on the hip with his leg to leg connection. He's able to get a good sweep out of that. So really shelving the leg, riding in behind that so Andrew can't turn back towards me as I try to make my way up the body past the guard. I feel like Andrew gets a good sweep in this round. Yeah, there it is. My shoulder almost gets caught here. And like I was like, I better either roll through with this or get my arm out of the way. So I felt my body going over my arm like this. I don't know if you realize that. Yeah, I was pretty scared here for a moment. That's okay. That's how I handled it. I kind of stop and pull my elbow back because that would have been pretty terrible. Oh, this also sucked. I don't think I told you that, but that move right there where you're pulling my head up, that was it was almost like if you were flipped 180 degrees and your stomach was facing up. Okay, it looks like that camel clutch move. Felt like that. Did not enjoy, would not recommend. Good kipping escape from Andre. Yeah, I definitely wasn't going to tell you in the moment. And then as soon as it was over, I had other things to worry about, namely you smothering me here. Yeah, Danny and Andre are having a good little round here. Basically, yeah. Yeah, basically a can opener, which is an illegal move. Andrew, I hope you're happy. Yeah, you don't think about can openers. Speaking of catch wrestling, you don't think about that move much, just because you'll get double armbarred if you do it from a close guard. But yeah, it sucks on the spine. So this is cool. I haven't pulled off the seated triangle escape in a while, and we've talked about this on stream lately. I even do it poorly, at least in the initial setup. If you guys have watched the stream recently and heard me talk about this, you'll know that I say you should, whatever arm is trapped in the triangle, you should bring the opposite leg over first. So my left arm, I should bring my right leg over, but I don't, because my left leg is right there. And as soon as I put it over, I think, well, that was wrong. Better keep my arm safe so Andrew can't extend it and break it over my knee here, over my shin. So trying to keep it tucked and safe. There I get the other leg over. I'm like, all right, again, keep the arm safe. And then start to just slowly put the pressure on. I'm not grabbing Andrew's leg and trying to keep him there. I'm just trying to keep my arm safe, pushing away with my legs, extending away with my back. Just enough to slip the head or get the ankles broken open, and then I enter into a leg attack, or attempt to enter into a leg attack. Did not work. So, our heel hooks against the blue belt. Doesn't stop me against white belts either. Yep. Can't stop, won't stop. I was very happy to get out of that triangle with that move, though. And then right here at the end, I was like, this, thank God, that would be uncomfortable. Have to fight out of that. Right, me and Ethan get around here. Danny and Caleb, hopefully they make their way over to the center. Coop and Michael. So I think Ethan has expressed an interest in competing as well. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. Give him some good training. Don't injure him. It will be his first competition. So I wanted to teach this move that day, this rolling escape, because we talk about getting to the back from standing position. We don't really talk much about what to do when someone is on your back. And this is I may have even talked about it in the last stream, but Gary Tonin, did this very flamboyantly, running around with his arms up like he's flying like an airplane, and then just hitting Granby roll after Granby roll. I don't do it quite as stylishly as him, but I get us moving forward. I can't do this still, especially against a bigger guy. So I need to move forward, start a little run. I can roll through it. All you really need here is separation between the back and the chest and some forward momentum. I don't want to slam Ethan's face into the ground or anything like that. I just need to roll faster than he follows me, and then I can break the roll and get my guard back. It's a great way to get back to a guard if you don't feel confident rolling into like a knee bar or something like that, which we've also seen Gary Tonin do very effectively. Bro, so many people would have gotten hurt. There were like 24 people on the mats. That would have been an absolute shit show. Ghost escape to an ankle pick. Danny working from a top side half guard, and Mike hitting a twister on Cooper. So there, he's got the arm behind the head. He's got the, I believe he's got a, does he have a, what leg configuration does he have? He doesn't even have a lockdown. Or no, he does. Okay, I couldn't tell the legs apart. Coop's leg is just in a really weird spot. So Mike gets in front of the arm, goes on to capture the head, and there we get a nice little twister out of it. Very nice. onto the armbar. Very nice. So fights from the back, gets to this chair sit back take. I like how he scoots in underneath me. Doesn't even go to the back. Goes leg over the head. Gets the arm extended. Breaks my grip before I can make it. And settles in. What's that leg position looking like? Yeah, nitpicking, but I would keep this foot on this side of my arm, not in my armpit. Personally. If you can help it. Sometimes you can't. So Caleb taking top position now. Giving Danny the business. With Andre and Jordan over there as well. Foot sweep. And now Cooper on the back, looking to repay Mike. He's got the body triangle set up here. But see, Mike, even Mike holding his arm up high so Cooper can't get the strangle arm set in. I really think there's got to be a good way to set up that Thunderlock. There's also got to be a better name than Thunderlock. I don't like that. We'll have to come up with some Japanese fake name.
Huge honor for me.
Thank you for the resub, Jordan. I appreciate you. The Ouchi, Kouchi, the major inside, minor inside. It's like things are starting to peter out a little bit. Oh, great. And then Dylan comes in off a rest round. Tries to murder me. That's just a Sasai. Again, overhook on with my left arm. I don't get the underhook, which I would prefer to have here, but I have this grip on the tricep, tripping with the foot as we turn, keeping him going with that that overhook on the left. All right, Ethan. Is Mike like teaching Cooper how to twister here? The blur lines, man. We were screaming. Oh yeah, okay. So you hit a roll from there. Oh, we're gonna scoot forward. Let's see. Oh, big props. Love that, Dylan. That was awesome. Very good standing guard break, popping right up, not waiting around, staying balanced. That's what I want, man. That was solid. Keep doing that. Always keep doing that. And then onto the arm triangle. Lovely. There you go. Looks good. Looks good. AKDT. That's the motto. Never stop. Always keep doing that. Always keep never stopping doing that. And chase me down, get on my back. Oh yeah, So Peters and I yelled at you there. Just so like my philosophy on jumping for anything, guillotines, back takes, there you could go find plenty of footage of when it works. I know that, and I won't deny you that. But when you voluntarily leave the ground, you're giving to your opponent the option to put you wherever they want you. So when if you jump on my back here and you don't get hooks in right away, right? And look where my hands go immediately to the outside to stop that. I could throw you forward really easily and put you on the ground here. Also, kind of in that same vein, if I'm you and I don't know my training partner, or I'm in a competition and I do this, they may just try to somersault real hard and I eat the mat with like serious force, hurt my face, hurt my neck, whatever. You're giving your opponent too much of an opportunity to really ruin your day here. So look for ways to break people down that don't involve jumping onto the back. And generally in the training room, don't jump into any submissions. Like if it goes wrong, you jump through someone's knees, it's really bad. It can be really bad. So no jumping, just as a general rule. And in competition, you could get DQ'd for it. It's if you jump guard, right? Like you could pull guard, but you can't jump onto a guard, because when it goes wrong, you bend somebody's knees backwards, and it's just one of those things they try to avoid. Not dogpiling on you, not calling it a dumb move. Like I said, you could come back at me with plenty of examples of when jumping onto somebody's back works. I've given up points in competition from having a guy take my back while I was standing at purple belt. It was annoying, but I still wouldn't advise anybody to do it. You're just on some acronym shit tonight, huh? I love that you are using the acronym, but then still spelling out the whole thing. Like you're not saving any time. Should have been Is that always hopping? Or something more vulgar? So Dylan now in mount, looking to attack the arm. Always. There we go. I knew it was coming. Very close. So Dylan, what I did here was I was waiting for you to commit 2 hands to this and then give you a shoulder push. Right? That forces your hands to the mat and I could get my arm back rather than having to do this fight for a long period of time. I was like, you know what? All right, he's got my wrist. Let him go for a submission. I'll get him off balance, and then I could either try to escape or at least get my arm back. I managed to get to a closed guard from there. Andrew gently putting Cooper down with a sweep. And onto a very nice Kimura. Yeah, Dylan, I can't remember if you looked for that or if we called it out, if Mike called it out and then you found it. I think maybe Mike called it out and then you found, because yeah, you went through the grip here. Let's tighten up that grip for the Kimura here. I'd like you to be good and familiar with this grip. Wider base for what I did. Yes and no. Here's the thing, man. I mean, like you're like me, dude. You're a lighter guy. All the base in the world won't do anything if there's a strong bridge, right? So your hips are directly over my hips right now. If I bridge, your hips are going to move. If they move far enough to the side, you're going to start to fall over. You need to like use your base. Generally speaking, I don't really commit to Americanas unless, like, I don't know. Let me say this. I don't commit to Americanas from mount. I typically just use them to try to take the back. if you do really want to commit to it, like you can base out with your head. You could really, I don't know, man. Like even like putting all your weight to the side and like committing to that just makes it easier for me to make your left leg, or I'm sorry, your right leg in this case, very light, and then I can try to attack that if I can get my arm back. I only attack Americanas when I can pin the other arm with my shin. So you're typically going to see that from side control, from me, right? There might be other people with other strategies, but yeah, that's the long ass answer to, I don't really have a good way to prevent that, right? If you get off balance, you either eat the mat or you base out, right? And when you base out, you lose the grip. I don't know. Like I said, I bait this to take the back, so maybe I'm just not as committed over the side when that happens. Or maybe it does happen to me too. I just don't think there's a super solid way to prevent that bridge from affecting your base. There we start talking. Got Andrew. Caleb over there. I guess they stop. And everybody stops. Did Andre start cramping, it looks like? Yeah. He looks like he's in agony right now. What the hell happened? Please tell me that was just a cramp. I mean, he's rubbing his whole leg like it's a cramp, so I don't think it's his knee. That sucks. He's got those big ass quads and all they do is cramp up on him. Andrew and Danny into the next round. There we go. Someone text me when the stream's over. It'll be over in like half an hour, Jordan. Thank you for stopping by and for the resub. You know, the more I mull that over, Dylan, a way to prevent that, if you're gonna commit to the Americana from mount, do it from a higher mount position where your hips aren't directly over your opponent's hips. It's going to be like you can still put your head out to the side and base out, kind of ride on them a little diagonally. And then since your hips are over their chest, you won't be as prone to the off bouncing as you are from a very big bridge. I hope that makes sense. Again, bring it up to me in class. We can talk about it more if you can't picture what I'm saying. So Andrew and Danny, we're going to skip ahead a little bit. See if we can find some action. Well, Andrew responds well to this bridge right off the bat. Gets him out, but Danny captures. Good positional retention here from Andrew. Danny gets him off balance enough. Notice, like, that whole time, like, so Danny goes from this quarter guard, and he keeps Andrew moving to where Andrew can't quite settle in and create an attack there. So he doesn't shake the ankle grip. Andrew doesn't shake the ankle grip, so Danny's able to eventually capture the knee. From there, he just sets in his lockdown, extends it, gets that elbow in, is able to get the next knee in. Like, Danny does a great job here of just using one frame or one control to get to the next one. And it all starts with that. Gets the ankle, gets the knee, uses that lockdown, finds Andrew's free leg extended for long enough that he scoops his knee in. Now he's in a guard, an open guard, gets him off balance. He's got the underhook battle won. Gets him over with a butterfly hook, and now can settle into the attack. Not any seriously big movements or anything. Just enough over and over, making progress little by little. Now he's onto this almost to a north-south Katagatame, but Andrew does wise to sit up into that. Andrew with a nice sweep there, and now fully settling into mount. That was a really good exchange. Good, like 30 seconds of action. Danny recaptures the leg. Gives Andrew a big hug of condolences. And slips right into close guard. Controlling Andrew's posture here. But yeah, that's speaking of, you know, I call out Danny's tendencies. You know, like with that one takedown he likes to do. Whenever you guys do a standing guard break, Danny's going to do this to you. Again, not trying to pick on him. But he doesn't just do a double ankle sweep where he opens the legs and pushes his hamstrings against your quads while he holds your ankles. He pulls his feet all the way to the front. That way, if you do fall, you can't bear trap his legs the way I like to tell you guys to do. The good news is Danny takes his legs out and puts them in front of you. You can control the ankles. You could redirect them. He's got to be pretty quick to hit this, where, you know, he maybe stomps you in the balls while he does it. But I find this fairly easy to deal with. But when it does work for him, you don't have the same recourse that you have with a standard double ankle sweep. So it's kind of a high risk, high reward move that he'll do. And if it doesn't work, what? He's working from the bottom, and he'll probably start disrupting your legs, wrestle up, you know, do the stuff he's good at. Here we see him verting onto a leg here, looking for a knee bar. Yeah, Danny is not one to just lay there. It's a nice knee bar from him. I feel like we don't see knee bars from him too frequently. That was a really good entrance. Oh yeah, I assume he's starting down because of his ankle. Knee cut pass. Nice slow plodding knee cut pass. You look like you're looking for, I'm not sure. Now, you got the head and arm now in like this north-south position, but I don't know if there's a submission straight away from that until Danny gets off of his back and onto his side. Catches you on a nice, easy roll. Can you sink in a triangle threat? Or maybe oh damn, Danny hit you with a topside electric chair here. Yes, he did. Damn. Well. All right, me and Mike get our monthly roll. This was a fun one. That was kind of mean. I'm gonna have to look for that. I forget that's an option. I feel like that makes sense if you want to set up like if you want to set up a double under sweep, or I'm sorry, a double under pass. You can skip the double under part and maybe try to set that up. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Or you could do maybe set it up from an over under pass. Let's skip ahead. So, oh wait. Can't skip ahead from this. So here I lock up this gift wrap on Mike, and I sit to try to take his back, but Mike digs in here and is starting to pressure back really hard over my my right leg, so it's kind of trapped. I can't get it underneath him and then scoop him into the back position. He's hiding his back from me now. I'm also having a really hard time extracting my leg from this. So I really double down, make sure that I have the upper body grip under control, and I'm just looking for a moment where I can feel the pressure off my leg enough that I can extend it free and then put it to use. Mike is expecting me to take his back here still. So instead I switched to the armbar. And I armbarred Mike for like the first time since we were like blue or purple belts probably. But just a quick switch. Get his arm extended before the grip can be set in. He gets his revenge though. That's what we could skip ahead to. So otherwise, it's just a lot of me trying to pass and me failing. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So Mike's got this grip, and I'm thinking, all right, I know he's been working on the Anaconda a lot lately. What's up, John? Been in the car for 8 hours? You don't need to apologize for that, man. You got life. You got a life. You don't need any explanation. Glad to be back, though. Looking forward to seeing you, buddy. So Mike has been working his Anacondas. I don't want him to make me his guinea pig. But I did show him that seated Katagatame that we were playing around with. So I'm kind of analyzing his grip right now. He's got his hands in a position that indicate to me that he's not going to roll through for a Darce. So I think he wants to roll through for the Anaconda. If I keep this hand wide and this knee wide, I've got my base really far out in that direction. I might make it difficult for him to get a roll, like a gator roll on me. So I think I'm okay. I'm kind of based, right? Watch Mike's legs. He slowly flanks me. Now I'm completely beside him. And I think, all right, I'm safe. It's no big deal. I got my elbow down. He's not even sitting. Like, I'm probably fine. I'm just going to have to, like, turn out of this somehow. Right there, he locks my leg up and starts putting on tremendous pressure. And I felt like my cervical spine was going to break. So without all the pausing. So a nice little entrance. I didn't adjust to it well enough in time. And he got a really nice submission out of it. Moving on from there. I think that was most of that round. Me and Coop. Coop, I don't even know if you're still watching, but we'll see what we get out of this. I don't recall what happened in this round. Let's look for some takedowns. How do I get to the back? Sloppily. Not even worth noting. So working from a high mount here, high modified mount, facing behind him. He gets a sweep out of it. Just stand up, put him down. While I'm having a conversation with Mike, being super disrespectful. I tried Caleb's guard pass from the other day with the leg pull and arm pull, but I'm just not as good as Caleb, and I almost get triangled for it. It's a good reaction from Cooper to not let me do any dumb stuff. But then he punishes me by setting up a Darce. Get a solid finish out of it. Fireman's carry to put him down on that one. And then again, I have to fight out of a triangle here. I don't know why. I feel like every time I try a fireman's carry, I end up putting myself in a worse position for it. rather not have to fight out of that. Going on to a leg attack. Cooper denies me. Getting late, and we still have one more round, so I hope you guys don't mind me fast forwarding through all of this round, or most of this round. Coop gets to my back here. He's doing a lot of hand switching between strangle arm and control arm, which is making it difficult for me to address, right? It's pretty frenetic hand fighting pace. Caleb sits. Same thing. So we're just gonna scooch through on this. Oh yeah. So big arm push from Caleb, but it just turns me around to his leg, and he gets very deeply outside heel hooked for it. I think it was primarily just because like he didn't quite get the shoulder push all the way in this direction to really get me off balance, and then sit up with it. So I'm able to you'll see my left leg hikes all the way across the body. I can turn the corner and start looking to attack the leg. I don't go to cross ashi though, and I just follow through on his roll and don't hurt him, but heel hook him. Same thing, flattened out chest to chest. I get a lot of practice in this position with Caleb, and it's always a good reminder to me, and I hope to you guys, that topside half guard is a really great passing position to work from. If you guys want to work on your balance, your scrambling, all that, I mean, look at this with Caleb, right? He is able to move me. He's able to get me off balance. Caleb's strong. So I can't just easily get to these grips, and he will roll one way or the other, shake me off, but then I have to adjust. Look at that. Look at the leg movement that I have to do just to ensure that Caleb, doesn't get a better position, right? Here I have to pull my knee out, a lot of hip switching, riding it with butterfly hooks, whatever I can do to maintain a safe-ish position. Because if I don't, Caleb will murder me. But here, same thing, going right back into topside half. And I'm in a bad spot. I don't have the underhook, so I start trying to tripod up real high, get my legs free. Here's another example. You might be able to put me down. 4 pointing up. What does he do here? I don't remember. I think he just throws me to a side. Oh no, I wrist fight out. I sit because he basically, I feel like he won that exchange. And I need to practice other stuff too, so. No better way to practice your guard than with the biggest guy in the room who wants to smash you. I say that now, and I'll probably need a hip replacement by the time I'm 45. So some strong cross facing here. He's really trying to load in on my leg frames and address those slowly. You see him the way he kind of immobilizes my leg, riding on the butterfly hook here, and then just trying to hand push my knee down to step over. If he could have gotten his knee into my hip there, I would have been in a lot of trouble. So it was important. I should be doing what some guys refer to as a self frame, where I actually have my hand on my knee, just supporting it, rather than using it as a hand fight or using it for hand fighting. Oops. I'm able to get him off balance though, just enough, and reach that leg. So you can see the push happens here. That loads up his far leg, and that unloads this leg. So get it extended. I can try to start attacking it. He counters with like some Estima lock toe hold garbage. And summoning my Coach Mike Peters. If I have a leg attack, I have a sweep. Just about turned the corner for the cross Ashi entrance, but Caleb does a great job addressing it right away. And goes on to smash me for the next 45 seconds-ish. Just trying to work on my guard here. Barrel into him. And I try to be a jerk and smother him because I know there's like 10 seconds left. But you guys will never understand the struggle. You're damn straight they won't. They will never understand. They just have it so easy. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sean, thank you for tuning in, hanging out, making great comments, asking good questions. John, looking forward to seeing you back on the mats, buddy. Hope you don't have to drive 8 hours too frequently. Sounds terrible. But yeah, thanks guys. If you're lurking, hit the follow button. If you're liking, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe with your Twitch Prime as well. Good way to support us. Subscribe at YouTube as well. We'll post this for you guys to review. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever the hell over there. I don't care. Dylan, thank you. I think I gave you a lot of stuff to maybe review at class. So write it down. Try not to forget it. Bring it up, and let's hit it, man. Gotta prep for this comp, so got plenty of things to go over. Same for Ethan too. What else? Yeah, competition May 10th. Naga, Hickory, I believe. Hickory. So as always, if you guys are interested, let us know. We'll get you prepped, get you squared away on the rules, and get you up to comp speed, hopefully. That requires you being at class and getting on the mats and putting in the work. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, man. I really, really do. And dude, no, we couldn't do it without like the students who were willing to hang out afterwards. There really were like 24 people on Monday's class, and you saw how many people stuck around. You know, everybody who puts in the mat work at Open Mat makes the stream possible as much as Mike and I do. So thank you for your compliment though, man. I really do appreciate it. And I'm glad you guys get something out of it. That's the only reason we keep doing it. It's not like I make money doing this. So yeah, keep coming back, man. We'll keep doing it as long as you guys are watching. In the meantime, go trim your nails and do your laundry. Don't be stinky. And we'll see you back on the mats. Take it easy, guys.